calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Etienne, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession. And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend. Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
The kick is good.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That's out quickly to Chenault. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal of 30 yards.
And Lambo will put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A give, running right is Mack, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence.
And connecting here with DJ Shark.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. You draw Corker, slant.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Lawrence.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Colts! DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
6 yards to go.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Corey Willis.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete.
And some space here.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get this.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 22-yard line.
The kick by Lambeau is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And this is back to an 8-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1. On the move to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They turn to Love on the handoff. Oh, what a move. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today.
He's got a man, complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Over the middle, complete. That's Mason. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still...
It got his man complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staff...
And now here's another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Hey, C6, now.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. 7 yards the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. He almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Back is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Taylor.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
Finding some room at midfield. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And down to the 19-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
He'll get this off to Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As I keep...
Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that? And my goodness, another interception. And a loose football.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.